Figma Make might not be the best AI tool for UI anymore. It looks impressive, but the results not production ready. So I went looking for something better, and Google quietly released a free experimental tool called Stitch, and no, not the Disney one. This Stitch generates full app interfaces in seconds, exports straight into Figma or Code to help you turn them into working MVPs. In this video, I will show you the entire workflow from idea to AI-generated UI, Figma export, real code export, and live app preview in simulator. If you're building products, validating ideas, or shipping MVPs, this could save you hours. So let's put it to the test. By the way, if you're new here, my name is Sergey, and I talk about UX UI design and how to build websites faster using no-code tools and AI. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and like the video if you like it. First step is always to start with some preparation work. And this is what I did actually in ChatGPT. So I talked to ChatGPT about the app that I want to build. So I explained what I'm trying to do, and I asked ChatGPT what kind of technologies I want to use at the end and stuff like that. So basically, I want to build an app that will use Whisper AI. This is a AI from OpenAI for transcription, for transcribing the voice, and then I'll use ChatGPT to summarize the recordings and the transcript, and there should be some subscription. This is Stripe, and for the backend is Supabase. So this is the stack that will be used for this app. Usually I start with the first prompt that is basically like a summary of all the screens that I'll be using, and this prompt, I tell ChatGPT that it will be used, for example, in Figma Make, but in our case we'll be using Stitch, and basically I get the results, and ChatGPT tells me explains me all the screens that I'll be using, and this is super cool that it actually sort of like it divides the screens into logical sections. As you can see, this is onboarding, core recording flow, subscription payments, profiles and settings, support, and some optional screens. And after that, what I do, I can go through each screen and ask ChatGPT to create and explain what should be on the screen exactly. So I go like one by one, but in this scenario and in this tutorial, we're not going to be doing this, and I just want to show you how you can create a beautiful looking app just with this summary screen with just the list of screens and short explanation, short description of each screen. So I copy this prompt. Let's start with the first and second section, and now we should go to a website called labs.google, and this is a really cool website, and if you haven't checked it out yet, you should definitely do it by the end of this video. And here you can find different experiments that Google is doing with AI, and we are interested in, let's go to experiments, and here we are interested in so-called Stitch. Let's try to find out, and here it is, Stitch. And I will leave a direct link to it in the description below. So this is it. So it's stitch.withgoogle.com. This is a free app, and you have to log into it with your Google account. And here you can see that you can build an app right away, or you can build a website. You can design a website with it. Here you can use different models of Flash 3, Flash 3 Pro. You can redesign something using Nana Banana, and I will be using Flash 3, and also we'll be building a building a mobile app. Here you can upload some files, or you can even send a website link to it. And what I did here, let's go to the project where I already tested it out. As you can see, we have so many screens here, and the cool thing is that I can actually move around. So this looks like infinite canvas basically with all the screens. And let's go to the first prompt, and the first prompt was I just tell I just copied it from ChatGPT. So you're building a voice to summary app with a transcription. And let's go to my projects. Basically, I just pasted this prompt from ChatGPT, and the first section is onboarding, and then the second section is core recording flow. And this was the first row, the top row with all the screens. So basically, with only one prompt, I got it's almost 10 screens. Can you imagine that? This is super cool. So I don't need to go like each screen by screen like in other apps that you may use before. And this is what I really like about this Stitch. And then I got the summary, what it actually did. So this is the summary of all the screens. And let's check them out. They look really good, right? Like the design is beautiful. Like it's not some generic stuff that you can get with some Figma Make, for example. This everything looks pretty cool. I like the gradients. You see, it looks very modern, and it has even the state of deleting something. And the cool thing is that I can actually click on one of the screens. Yeah, I can even move it around, so you can see it's just like infinite canvas, and I can move all the screens. And here I can like press like and choose the result, that it's a good result or a bad result. Everything is saved to the cloud, and I can create variations here. Also, I can edit it in the chat, so I can like press edit and add it to the chat, and I can create a design system from it. And the cool thing is that I can preview it, and let's preview it. Let's open in a new tab, and it loads. Basically, it looks like Figma preview, Figma prototype. And here I can actually look at it. I can see some things here, like some animations. Unfortunately, I don't have any flows, so I can't go anywhere from the screen, but I can just like look at it, how it looks, and just test it out. Let's go back. So I'll close this. So my second prompt was I just copied sections 3 to 5, 6. I just pasted it here, and I got the second row of screens. And this looks pretty neat. Look at this. So please pay attention to the details, and that it uses the same exact design from the top row over here as well. And I didn't tell him about what kind of colors to use and what kind of style. So I pretty much like the design that it did and the styling it used, and everything looks very consistent. You see all the typography, icons, everything looks really nice. Let's check it out in the preview, the screen, for example. Let's open it. Yeah, and here it is. So I can like play around with the toggles. I can see some of the hovers. You see it, even some animations, but I can't go to any other screens, but it's okay. So everything looks pretty cool. I like the designs. And what I can do next, so for this part, it's finished. I believe the results are amazing. And what I can do now is super cool. I can select everything here. Like I can just select all of these screens. So basically, there's about like 20 of them, almost 20. And I can click export on the right. And here we have some information that it's limited to 16 screens for the export. So let's choose only the top row. And here, as you can see, I can use MCP. I can copy code to clipboard. I can use Figma to export these screens. And we're interested in this part. So I select Figma and I press convert. And let's wait for a couple of seconds. And now I can press copy here. All right, so it tells me that it is copied, and I can just go to my Figma file and I can just use Command V to paste. And voila, this is super cool. We got all the screens into Figma. They look beautiful. And the most important thing is that everything is in auto layout. well, almost, but almost everything is an out layout. And this is super important because I noticed that, for example, in Figma Make, there are a lot of problems, even though it's inside Figma, but still we get a lot of problems in terms of structure. So it uses a lot of frames instead of auto layouts, but the rest is fine. So here we can see even the icons are good, right? So everything is nice. Images, gradients, everything looks super cool. We see the image here. So what we can do now, we can just work with this. So we can use these designs as sort of like a starting point, and then we can update them the way we want to create something unique and to update it to our own style, to our own taste. So basically we can just select the rest here, export, and Figma, convert. If you want to share it with someone, for example, you want to share it with a client or with a teammate, you can just press share, and you can make it a sharing link so people can remix it, for example, like a Framer project. So I will leave it like this. And now let's copy the rest of the screens. Let's go back to Figma and paste the designs here. So, and this is basically like less than 5 minutes. We got all the screens and all the screens for our app. And this is amazing. We see some problems over here, but I guess we can fix it. It will take me like a few minutes in Figma of doing it. But the rest is super cool. Like I love the results. By the way, if you want to learn more about Figma, Framer, or AI tools for designers, be sure to check out the link in the description below to my courses and my newsletter. All right, so let's take this a little bit further. Let's take it to the next step. And let's go back to Stitch. And now what I want to do, I want to copy code, right? I want to see how it works. So I press export and I press copy code to clipboard. So export code to clipboard, I select copy. Again, I selected the first row of screens. Now we can see that code is copied. And what I want to do, I want to go to cursor. And here I'm in cursor. I opened it already. This is the project that is actually built from the designs that I just showed you. So I just want to show you what I did here. I pasted the code that I got from Stitch, and as you can see, it's just a plain HTML. So it's just a front end, a plain front end with HTML and CSS inside of this code. So just like one file. This is for all 10 screens or whatever it is. Then cursor says that it can see that it is HTML for a complete voice recording and transcription app with multiple screens. So it actually understands what kind of screens there are and tells me about them. And it says what it can do now. Like it says like different actions you can take. And basically my prompt was to create a working app using React Native. I need MVP prototype without real functionality at the moment. I only need an interactive prototype. So this was my prompt, and after like a few minutes I got the results. So I got the front end of all the screens of my first 10 screens that I sent to cursor. And what I did next, I copied the code from my second row of screens and I pasted to cursor again, and it did the front end and the back end for these screens as well. Well, back end is sort of like it can work as a prototype without actually functional things like stripe and without functions like transcribing, but it did some visualization how it actually works. The most important thing that we got all the documentations here, like the project summary, the README backend, the service setup. So everything is here. So it tells us what exactly we can do and how to set it up. So basically we can pass it to a developer right now and build a real MVP by connecting our Stripe, connecting Supabase using API. So what I want to do now, I just want to preview this app in my simulator from the Xcode. So I'll need to copy this option 3 iOS simulator command and paste it to the terminal and launch the Expo. And here it starts. So it starts, as we can see, that it is launching the simulator, it is launching the Expo, and it is actually launching our app inside of this simulator for iPhone 17 Pro. And here it is. Look, we have the loader, we have the onboarding screen, we can click next. Here we have some little problems, and let's go inside. So here we can create an account, and let's create an account like this. And here we can see the fully working prototype with all the features. We can see the transcript, we can see the summary, and we can record another voiceover. So I click stop, and it is showing that it's processing the audio. And here it is. So basically it's just a demo, but again, it looks pretty cool, I believe. The generate summary, let's go back, and here I can go to profile. In profile, actually the subscription plans are working, so I can click between them. Support, we can go to support, and this looks pretty cool. So basically this is actually a good looking MVP that we need to just, polish a little bit, but the rest is super fine. So we have the history and we have the analytics coming soon. But other than that, less than, 20 minutes, we got a fully working MVP app just from basically one prompt. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope now you understand how to use Stitch as a Figma Make alternative. So please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already to know more about Figma, Framer, and AI tools for designers. And like the video if you like it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.